This is the Lake LM44 product. It brings back lake processing to the heart of the front of house position. It enables a bunch of front of house applications, such as mixed matrixing, being the one product that can tune any subsystem and align those and tune them to an existing function. It also enables you to switch between different consoles on larger events. It can be inserted to do monitor EQs or any system EQ. It can also function as a digital transmission system, taking the signal from the front of house position to the stage and cross stage using Dante or AES. You can also control the product from the Lake controller interface, and it's integrated seamlessly to all the existing Lake, Dolby Lake, and Legacy Lake products. With the Lake controller, you can walk the venue and tune the system from any seat in the house. On the front panel, you also have access to a wide range of parameters, and you can do parameter adjustments both in individual parameters or multiple parameters at the same time. To the right of the product, you also have LED meters that can function both as module input meters and module output meters, and also present the I/O connectivity meters for all the 8 input routers. The LM44 is well flexible when it comes to its I/O capabilities. It comes with Dante as standard, AES, and analog I/O. It's 4x4 on analog, 4x8 or 8x8 on AES, and 4x8 on Dante. With the 8 input routers, you can select on the 4 priority tabs any signal, and the input routers automatically selects the highest prioritized available signal. This is the front panel of the LM44. In the center of the product, we have the powerful user interface. It's based on a high-bright graphic display with 6 soft keys surrounding it. Through dedicated buttons, you can access meter and menu mode. In menu mode, you can browse to different frame and module parameters and do single and multiple parameter adjustments with a rotary encoder. In meter mode, you can scroll through different meter screens. Module meter screens show you level and gain reduction meters and module labeling. Input status screens give you status of the 8 input routers, their meters, and access to input router mutes. To the right of the user interface, you have 8 high-bright LED meter bars with dedicated mute buttons and integrated LEDs. These are synchronized with the different meter screens. When in module meter mode, the meters show module input and module output meters. On the mute buttons, you have access to module output mutes to the right and input router partial or complete mute for the specific modules. When in I/O status screens, the input router's meters are available along with input router mutes. To the far left of the display, you have the standby button and the illuminated Lake logo. This is the rear panel of the LM44. From left to right, we have 4 analog inputs and outputs on Neutrik XLRs, AES I/O on the DB25 according to the Yamaha standard pinouts. Products are shipped with a fan-out cable to XLR. Then we have dual gigabit Ethercon network connectors with link and activity LEDs. GPIO is on a DB9, and the detachable and lockable IEC power connector is to the far right. The LM series is a Dante device with 4 inputs and 8 outputs. Dante enables the LM series to be a lossless digital transmission system over really long distances, with no signal degradation, low jitter, and sampler accurate playout across the entire network. It also features dual redundant Dante, which enables you to create 2 independent networks, making you redundant to any cable or switch failure. The failover is totally seamless without any glitches in the audio. Dante channel routing is all built into the Dante controller and is not harder to route than routing an analog signal. Devices discover each other and present the channels that they transmit. A receiver just needs to drag and drop the channel to an input router and you're done. All based on labels and no magic numbers are needed. The LM series lets you design a system that is redundant in many ways and in multiple layers. The input router lets you set up a priority scheme where a signal can come into the device in many instances and formats, the router automatically selects the highest prioritized available source. On Dante, you can use dual redundant networks to create 2 parallel network tracks and become independent of any switch or cable failure. On the sender side, you can also use redundant devices as senders in order to be tolerant for any of those failing. The LM input router automatically fails over to the backup. This eliminates the ground loops without degrading the signal.